Nobody's saving you but the work you already did. There's no shortcut, no last-minute miracle. What shows up under those lights is what you built when no one was watching.
I have my amateur boxing debut coming up in just 2 weeks. And in preparation for my fight, I decided to build a custom AI boxing trainer named Mickey, modeled after an old school Philly boxing coach. And ultimately, I wanted to see if AI could help me in my training and preparation for my fight and see if it could help me win. I train at the Knowledge Boxing Center, located in Great Mills, Lexington Park, Maryland, under Coach D, Coach John, and the rest of the KBC team. And right now, I'm in preparation for my first amateur fight, which will be at Southern Maryland Smoke 16 in Prince Frederick, Maryland, June 28th, also hosted by Knowledge Boxing Center. Being that I'm somebody who's very fascinated about the different ways that AI could be used and applied within people's lives to help them reach goals and desired outcomes, I thought that it would be a creative use case for me to integrate AI into my own boxing training camp. So I built a custom GPT named Coach Mickey based on the Rocky Balboa movies to help me train and prepare during my fight camp.
You'll be able to spit nails, kid. Like the guy said, you're gonna eat lightning and you're gonna crap thunder.
This custom GPT is not replacing my coaches nor my gym, and it doesn't have the capability to do so. This is merely an experiment to see how AI can complement the training that I get from my boxing gym. I customized Mickey to be a tough, gritty, old school Philly type boxing trainer. Somebody that's raw and packed with lots of boxing wisdom. So then what is a custom GPT? A custom GPT is essentially a specialized version of ChatGPT that's tailored for a specific purpose or audience. You can customize it by giving it unique instructions, specific knowledge, or a particular personality, like I did with Mickey. This allows the GPT to respond in a way that's more aligned with a certain brand, project, or use case. I trained mine to act like an old school Philly boxing coach, but you can make one for literally anything: school, business, fitness, a creative collaborator, whatever you're into. Now, if you're using the free version of ChatGPT, you won't get access to the full custom GPT builder, but you can still stylize and customize ChatGPT by using smart prompts. What I like most about custom GPTs is the fact that we can personalize them and adapt them to meet our needs. We all have our own process, our ways of thinking and approaching work. So having AI that's able to respond and complement us in a way that helps us best reach our goals, I think is something that's very powerful. And to really make Coach Mickey sharp, I fed him a library of fight knowledge. I uploaded real boxing manuals, things like the USA Boxing Guide, the USA Boxing Training Manual, The Art of Boxing from 1888, the Sweet Science 101 of Boxing. This was done to give Mickey vast knowledge in fight science, movement, and boxing strategy. Some of the documents were really dense, like hundreds of pages of info. And if you just drop that into the custom GPT, it can get overwhelmed and sometimes give vague responses. So I use AI to summarize each one and pull out the core principles so that Mickey could actually use them. Then I added instructions and told Mickey when to reference each document. For instance, for the Sweet Science 101, I told Mickey to reference the document whenever he was creating workouts for me, correcting my form, or explaining certain sparring objectives. Instead of just dumping a bunch of information and PDFs into the custom GPT and hoping that it would give the response that I want, I provided a system to the GPT so that it knows how to utilize the resources that I provided it. I not only gave him a voice, but I also gave Mickey a tone, not just what to say, but how to say it. I made him direct, motivating, and a little slick sometimes, but always locked in on the goal.
When that bell rings, you ain't just testing skills. You're testing your will, your preparation, your identity. This is where the work shows up. This is where the quiet hours echo back. So go in with calm violence. Be sharp, be smart, and above all, be present.
I didn't want a generic voice just spitting out advice. I wanted a coach, so I gave Mickey a backstory.
All right, kid, let me paint the picture for you. I didn't plan on being a trainer. I was a fighter first. South Jersey and Philly gyms, gloves on before breakfast, fights that didn't wait for the ref. My shoulder gave out after years of banging it up in fights and holding pads for hungry young lions.
This is where custom GPTs become fun and very powerful. You're not just shaping knowledge, but you're shaping characters as well. And that changes the way that it interacts with you. Mickey is not just AI throwing facts and instructions at me. It actually feels like a coach because I built him to talk like one, and I gave him a personality and a background story. By giving your custom GPT a real identity, its own tone, personality, way of thinking, background story, makes it more engaging overall. Every day starts with a check-in. He asks how I'm feeling, my energy, soreness, mindset, and based on that, he tailors the workout plan. I built my real gym schedule into Mickey's setup. So when he gives me a workout, it actually lines up with how I train. It's not random. It follows the structure that I gave him with a warm-up, technical focus, core, and condition exercise. But he still adjusts it depending on how I'm feeling that day. I also set up certain phrases that trigger specific responses. Like if I type gut check, he gives me straight pushback. If I say remind me who I am, he hits me something real that snaps me back into focus. Mickey also tracks patterns and checks how consistent I've been. Every Sunday, he gives me a report of what went well, what needed work, and what's next.
All right, Nate, eyes on me. You ain't some cardboard cutout in headgear who just showed up to look tough. You've been eating pavement on Saturdays, chewing rope burn on the bag, dripping sweat in that quiet hour when most quit. That ain't nothing. That's the work. That's what makes you dangerous. You're week 4. That means you've got more behind you than ahead. You're in the thick of it. Nerves are normal, but they don't get to drive the car. You hear me? Fear gets to ride in the trunk, taped up and gagged.
All of it, the structure, the feedback, the tone, was all carefully designed to keep me locked in, not just physically, but mentally, for June 28th. So I've been using the Mickey Custom GPT every day in my fight camp, and honestly, it's been way more useful than I initially thought it was gonna be. What impressed me most about Mickey was his ability to provide me sound and real advice based on what my main focus points were during fight camp. I really wanted to improve on my defensive skills and head movement, and when I provided that to Mickey, he adjusted my workout plans and gave me real advice that I could implement in order to really hone in on these skills.
What we're building. Elbows are guards, not paddles. They stay home unless they're redirecting, not reaching. Then layer this with body shot defense drill. Light duck and pivot before moving again. This isn't about just defense. It's about economy and rhythm recovery. Every move you make defensively should put you right back into firing position.
Another great thing about Mickey is the motivational tone in which it gives advice in. I have my real coaches and my real gym, and they've been everything to me during this process. Mickey has been an extra layer of structure and motivation on top of that. Custom GPT is not perfect. It's prone to mistakes as well. There's times where throughout the week, it would forget the day that it was and miss the mark on what was the focus for a particular workout. Another aspect of the Custom GPT that could have been better was its voice mode feature. Being that I was in Custom GPT, I didn't have access to the advanced voice mode, which is more dynamic and naturally sounding and also gives you access to more voice options as opposed to the voice mode in the Custom GPT, which is static, only allows for, I believe, one option, and it takes a while for the GPT to process your audio input, so it's less smooth flowing. I just want to state again that this Custom GPT can't replace real coaching. It doesn't provide real-time feedback on your form, and it doesn't actually see you perform what it's telling you to do. Fight night is June 28th, and that's right around the corner. Every day I've been putting in the work with my coaches, my gym, and my Custom GPT, Mickey, in my corner. The biggest takeaway from this video is not whether AI is gonna help me win this fight or not. It's what AI can do for you and your goals, and being that you could build something similar to achieve goals and whatever you want to, whether that's in finance, whether you're building a business, working on creative projects, habits, anything that you want to achieve, you can leverage the power of AI in order for it to complement you and propel you towards these goals. You don't need to wait for the perfect tool. You could build something that's just for you. You could start small, make it personal, add your own creative touches on it, and just move forward in that way. This fight camp has been a journey so far. I've put in a lot of hard work, time and energy into it. And I want to give a big shout out to my coaches and my gym at Knowledge Boxing Center, because they invested a lot of time and energy into me and the other fighters as well. And for me, this Custom GPT has become part of that process. So I was really excited to share with you guys what I've learned building it and the outcome of using and implementing the GPT within my process. So thank you guys. If you enjoyed the video, found it interesting, or learned something, please hit the like button. And if you're curious to see how the fight plays out, hit subscribe. Again, I want to thank you all for watching this video, and I really hope that you were able to take something away from it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.